Well, Omaha's Affordable Housing Action Plan calls for 30,000 more homes by 2030.
Now on the City Council agenda, it's the first action included in that plan. KATV News Watch 7's Aaron Haggerty's in the newsroom with what that entails. Aaron.
It's about accessory dwelling units, small apartment-sized homes that can be built in backyards or attached but separate from a house. I visited one in central Omaha today. The owner there would like to see the City Council make it easier to do what he did. What used to be a garage now has a kitchen, bed, and a bathroom, still with enough room in the back to keep part of the storage. When Juan Sanchez's guests come for long stays,
we want to have them afar but close at the same time.
He also might use it as a short-term rental. He's an architect and knew how to navigate a complicated process to see it built.
I have talked with multiple friends that had the same idea, but they just got lost in between all the process.
But it would be easier to build ADUs like this in Omaha if the City Council approves a zoning amendment, which will have a public hearing in 2 weeks.
There's a large portion of Omaha right now that this would not be available with the current code, but this amendment would open it up.
An Omaha Assistant Planning Director doesn't think it'll take off with a huge amount of ADUs built, at least not right away.
It would be, I think, a success if we had 15 to 20 in the first year or two. So it's maybe a small blip, but it is a tool that is available that people could utilize, and it is more affordable because it's a smaller unit essentially.
It's the first thing coming out of our Affordable Action Housing Plan. It's important that we move forward with all those items. I'm encouraged they can make a difference.
In Pottawatomie County, the Board of Supervisors advanced a change that would give people in rural parts of the county more flexibility with ADUs too, where there are only 6 so far.
I do think that with these size adjustments, we probably will see some more permits for those go out and just kind of help the families maintain the properties that they have.
Juan would recommend building an ADU.
There's so many uses we can do or we can have for this particular type of a housing that I am actually really happy and thrilled that at least the conversation is on the table.
There also could be action on ADUs at the state level. A bill proposed in the Nebraska legislature would require cities to allow ADUs on single-family lots. Back to you.
All right, Aaron, thanks.